I slept in a basement. How would you like to live in a basement and stay down there? I don't think you would feel comfortable like that. No way.
Oh, I've been here about 2.5 years. Basically, I'm the day manager and barista.
I said, how busy were you today? Pretty busy?
I was pretty busy, sure. I keep busy, or at least I look busy.
You're always busy.
Ralph's been coming in, I would say, ever since I started working, and probably before that. He's one of the originals from the neighborhood. Normally I wouldn't see him until about 10 or 11. All of a sudden he started coming in, and before I would get here, he would be here. That's when it kind of got through to me that it was a lot more serious than I had originally thought.
Are you going to stay down or are you leaving?
I think that cup's bigger than you are.
Do you think it looks big?
A lot of people in this neighborhood really didn't know what was going on. I think he was a little bit embarrassed of the situation, that he was being taken advantage of. Steve O'Connell, who is the head of the Sherman Park Community Association, is here 2-3 times a week, having meetings or just hanging out, talking to the neighbors. I don't think that he knew the situation clearly either at the time.
Dave really was the one that pulled me aside to say, where can we turn? How do we look into this? Because he began to kind of get a sense from some of the other guys that Ralph hung out with that something wasn't correct. Someone like Ralph is an individual who has always been a part of the community, delivering papers, out on the street. Everybody knows who he is.
I said, don't work too hard.
We haven't lunch yet.
Oh my God. Can I jump in and join you?
No, I gotta go back to the
But
job.
when he gets older, trying to find a place to live on a fixed income is a challenge.
So, well, have a good day. Enjoy your lunch.
Okay, thank
In our neighborhood, sometimes if they don't own property, they just become homeless. He himself wasn't homeless, but he was living with a family and the payment process wasn't really on the up and up. He's retired. Paper routes were his thing. And once they closed the paper shack, it's pretty much his life was gone after that. And he's retired, he's on Social Security, he doesn't have that much money. He had arranged this on his own. And I think with him kind of comparing notes with some of the older adults that live there, all of a sudden people were like questioning him, excuse me, Ralph, you're paying all this money, you're not getting this, that, and the other thing, you have a single room in the basement. That's not the way it works here.
I talked to Steve O'Connell, and he even said to me when I was living on 32nd and Lisbon, he says, you got to get out of there. Because that's no place for you to live. And those people were not giving me a fair deal.
The next step I took was to say to Ralph, if it's okay with you, I'm going to call the Department on Aging. I'm going to set up an interview with a social worker. I'll have her come out to the perk and meet with you, which happened right away because basically when I called down there, my assessment of the situation, I laid that out, and the social worker right away said, there's a number of red flags there. We must interview him as soon as possible.
After I talked with Ralph and he okayed me to come out, we went out to the home. I took Robin with me and I said, we need to get in there and see what's going on.
He took us down into the basement and he almost shamefully showed us. He says, look at where I am. Look what my life has become. This is how I live now. I can't believe I'm here. He lived in the basement, very cold, unheated, on a couch. With nothing but a dirty blanket and a pillow and his TV. These people befriended him and let him believe that he was going to be part of their family. He agreed to allow them to be his representative payee. Part of his Social Security check would go toward room and board. After a period of time, they took his entire Social Security check and gave him, I believe it was $5 a week.
Ralph was being mistreated, so we had to get him out of there.
Robin took one look at that. She says, he went like this, you're out. He said, you're out of here. And just like that, by, what was it, Friday, they called me and they said, we got a place for you. I got this from my bus driver. All these pictures, that table, and I got that microwave oven from him too. That's new too. I got it through a friend of mine. That thing sleeps like a baby. Yeah, I like it real much over here. I got people help me doing things for me. I finally got myself some suits and all that. Clothes are right here. I had a woman who took me for them too.
He had such support from his friends, from the perk.
They all came together and they helped Ralph. I mean, I never saw a neighborhood like that.
I really look at it as a team effort. You know, a lot of people here knew him and kind of got wind of his situation. And just by all of us keeping in contact with these people and asking if there's any way that they can help out and kind of organizing it, and we were able to get him out of the location he was at, you know, help him with a place, and then, you know, we were able to pretty much furnish it to the best of our abilities for him, at least until he can get on his feet.
One thing about me, I don't have to worry about paying for nothing over there. They take care of everything.
He has a coterie of friends now, and he himself fits into that little community, and that's the village around him.
But this is like home. This is like home for everybody. This is like a family place. That's when they sing about it. You got the fact.
Yes. A nice frothy mug.
Oh, what friends I have, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
Thing is not straight.
Oh, when it's all over the front of your shirt, you know it isn't that way.